Hello everyone, my name is Erica Alexander, and the purpose of this video is to talk about culturally competence as an educator. I will go over 6 questions with my answers for this video assignment. For question number 1, it says, what does it mean to be a culturally competent educator? I said a culturally competent teacher is being able to successfully teach students who come from cultures that are different from your own. Question number 2 says, where do you see yourself on the culturally competence continuum chart and why? Support your placement on the continuum chart with your position regarding specific controversial, culturally based issues that affect the K-12 education. And my answer is, I see myself as culturally competent, letter V, because I am committed to social and economic justice for all people. Regarding the controversial, I seek equal rights among all races, and regarding culturally based issues with K-12 education, I protest that the school system should make changes to stop these issues from happening, and they should provide ways to stop it from happening in the future as well. Question number 3. What will it take for you to get to the next step or deepen your competence, culturally competence, including understanding your own personal bias, teaching in a diverse classroom, implementing strategies for ensuring a safe and supportive classroom for all students? My answer says, I think in order for me to deepen or go to the next step of my culturally competence, based on my personal bias, things in the world would have to change, meaning equal rights among all blacks and to stop senseless murders from police. Sorry, my nose is itching this morning. As far as teaching in a diverse classroom, with training and practice, I will be able to make my classroom a great atmosphere, And also when it comes to implementing strategies of safety and supportive classroom for all students, all my students will be treated the same. That means I will not allow any bullying, mistreating of any of the students. Because I know what it feels like to be bullied and it doesn't feel well. And I wouldn't want my students to go through that. So that all those issues will be handled in a fast and orderly pace. Question number 4. What are some specific research and readings, tools, resources, or trainings that I might use to further my culturally competence as an educator? So here are some that I found. The first one is an article. It says 5 competence for culturally competent teaching and learning. This is a good material that will help further my culturally competence. Secondly, the National Association of Education, which is abbreviated NEA, ', has a diversity toolkit. I will use this tool to further my culturally competence as an educator. Thirdly, a resource which is called Culturally Competence Resource. I will use this resource to help further my culturally competence as an educator. And next is called Equalist Health Institute. They provide trainings various trainings that helps with your culturally competence. And you can take these trainings. They come as a fee, but you can take these trainings to further your culturally competence as an educator. Question number 5. What will it look like to have a culturally inclusivity in your future classroom? I made a list. And number one, a classroom where everyone is welcome. Second, learning all the students' names and being able to pronunciate them correctly, because it hurts a child's feelings when you can't say their name correctly. Third, let the students provide feedback and ask questions. At the end of the day, instead of you going over everything, allow the students to tell you what they liked or didn't like, or what was hard for them or what was easy for them, or just to provide what they had intake on all the day. Next, have a one-on-one conversation or meeting with the children, just to get to know them, or just to pull them to the side and talk with them. Helps connect with the parents, build a relationship. As much as it's important for you to build a relationship with a child, is important for you to build a relationship with the parents also. Put yourself in the kid's place. See yourself as the kids see you. So don't be you just a teacher. Be a teacher that involves or connects and interacts with the students. Don't mind getting on the floor. We know, knees be hurting, but there's a lot of things you can do to make it comfortable to get on the floor, and interact with the children. Second, lastly, know the content in the curriculum. It will not help the children if you do not know the materials yourself. So study, study, study. Lastly, question number 6. How will you ensure you are respecting personal backgrounds and various skills, abilities, perspective, talents, and interests that do not align with your spiritual beliefs and moral values? I will learn the differences and incorporate that into the classroom. For instance, students learned by hearing, hands-on, by seeing. I will incorporate all of those within my classroom and lessons. As far as the skills and abilities, I will have chores or jobs for the children to do in the classroom. That, for example, turning the lights out, sweeping the floor at the end of the day, bathroom monitor, handing out hand sanitizer for lunch. This is where skills that the students will be able to show in their abilities, and they'll enjoy having their jobs and being able to change difference during the week. For talents and interests, these will work great during free time or outdoor play, because children will have the freedom to be free, and as long as they are being safe. Now, as far as my spiritual beliefs or moral values, this is unimportant, because my students comes first. Because I am a teacher to educate and make sure my students succeed. I must put myself aside and put the little people first. My beliefs, as far as God, would not get in the way of my students, because not everybody has the same religion. So that would not be a problem. And as far as values, like I said, everybody's different, cultural, different group of people. But not weighing on my classroom about what I believe or what I think is right, because there are multiple ways of things that are right and multiple things that are wrong. Thank you for watching.